Hey, George. George! How about taking a bath to wash all that mud off?
George was puzzled. Did the bathtub run out of water?
Hey, George, I'm not getting any water downstairs. How about you? I'd better call Mr. Quint. So, how's it look, Mr. Quint? Did our well run dry?
Oh, no. Just a broken pump. You got plenty of water down there. Huh? Yeah. Now, this here is your house. That's the water. And to get to it, all you have to do is dig a well. Yep, a well. See, a well is just a hole in the ground that's deep enough to reach water. And a pump, like that one there, suctions the water up and out. Sort of like the way you're using that straw. Every time you suck on it, you're pulling the orange juice up out of your glass. Well, your house won't be seeing water for a few more days, I'm afraid. I have to order you a new pump.
A few days? Well, I guess that means we're going back to the city, George. Some of us still need a bath. Okay, go straight in and run a bath, George. Hey, George? I have to go help Professor Wiseman. Don't forget about that bath.
George decided that the best thing to do was to put all his toys in the tub.
Hello? Is anyone there? I just wanted to make sure you saw that orange fly eye slipped under your door. We have to shut off all the water at 4 o'clock, which is... now!
I'm going in.
Yep, to get to water, all you have to do is dig a well.
But Hundley had finally cleaned up George's mess. George remembered that a well didn't need to be wide, it just needed to be deep. George had water. What he didn't have was a way to get it out of the ground. George remembered that people used pipes to carry water from their wells. So that's what George needed, a very long pipe. Maybe this would work. With duct tape, anything was possible. It worked. The water was going up the straw. At this rate, George would have his bathtub filled in no time. Except the well was out of water. George had to dig a deeper hole. George had struck a mother lode of water.
Water spurting up 20 feet in the middle of the city?
not a good sign.
See, the whole reason we turned the water off was to figure out why we were losing pressure.
Turns out the water main leading to the building had a crack in it.
I still don't know how George discovered the water main or the crack, but it's a good thing you did.
Well, I have to say, George, you haven't looked this clean in days. When you take a bath, you really take a bath.
Hat delivery from Notorious Cleaners. No, thank you. If everybody had a monkey, I'd be rich.
The hat was home. Everything was perfect. That was a funny smell for a clean hat. Why, it smelled just like garbage.
George, don't go in there! Oh, if you threw something away by mistake, it'll be in the dumpster downstairs. Come on!
Which is what she was doing at that very second.
Uh-oh. Well, the garbage truck came. It's gone.
George? What are you doing here? Why aren't you home? Waiting for the hat. Oh, did it come already?
Empty cans meant the truck had already been here. Except that one.
You think I forgot to put those out? No. They pick up bottles and paper for recycling tomorrow. Trash goes straight to the landfill where they dump everything.
George had finally made it to the landfill, where all the trucks dumped their trash from the city. Finding one yellow hat in all this trash was gonna be impossible.
Without my yellow hat, I'm not me!
But George didn't know the meaning of the word impossible.
I found it in my truck. Who would throw out such a perfect hat?
I've wanted a hat like this ever since I saw a guy with a monkey wearing one.
Is that why you hired a monkey?
Huh?
I think he's looking for the hat.
George, you were supposed to put all these boxes in the trash. Oh, imagine if I'd thrown this out. How terrible would that have been? Wait, okay, I want to go back. How's this? No, this. George, cut that out!
George did his part to help the man give his best smile.
Oh, man.
George thought it was a great picture. The hat looked perfect. The rug made for good toe squishing. So it would probably be fun to jump on. George had to get that juice off the rug. Soap. Soap cleans stuff. Bubble bath would make it smell good. But there was something missing. George had to get all those suds out of the house so he could see if the rug was clean. George was happy he spotted the glass of juice. That could have caused a real mess. Grape juice must help you think, because George suddenly remembered when the Rinkins' basement flooded. This is when good watch pigs go get their farmer. They needed a gate opener pig. How could such a little monkey move a big, heavy pump? George could use a bike to move the pump. Even with wheels, George needed help to pull it all the way back to the house. The goat sure liked to pull. He was the perfect choice. Or maybe the pigs would do it. But when he opened the gate, they ran to do their watch pig duties and get their farmer. Wasn't there anybody who'd help? The chicks were willing. But the cow was a lot stronger.
What is it? Something wrong?
You know, I think they're trying to tell us something.
They're trying to tell us all the pigs are loose. Get them!
That cow was so good at towing a pump that it went right past her. Before long, he'd pumped all the water out of the house.
George, I'm home. Wow, that new rug makes the whole room look cleaner.
George, come see what I... bought. George?
George knew the room was still a little squishy. But he had the feeling there was something else he forgot.
George!
Well, whatever he forgot, he knew he was going to hear about it soon enough.
Hey, George, would you like a subway map as a souvenir of your first ride? Okay, wait here. I'll be right back.
George couldn't wait to get on the train, so he didn't.
Oh, good, the train's here. Now where's George? George? Wait! Here you go. George, I'm out.
Wait, my monkey's on the train. George, get off at the next station and wait for me there.
Whoa, hey there! I've never had a monkey on my train before. Would you like to see how I drive this thing? Oh, maybe you'd even like to help. Okay, the workers are done and the light's green, so it's time to get moving. So let's blow the horn. Now move the lever forward, easy, and get this train a-rolling. Great job. You can drive my train anytime. Bye now.
Hey, it was George's friend Marco.
Hola, George. Do you want to play with us?
George! Excuse me, pardon me. Oh.
Hey! George, I'll wait for you at the next stop, Petite Paris. Don't worry.
George was confused. He heard the rumbling and the screeching. So where was the train? Wait a minute.
Huh?
George was confused. This looked like where he'd been before. And that was the same clown, which meant George was back where he started. How did he do that?
Why, hello there. I thought you were going to the zoo.
I don't understand. Where's George? I told him to get on the next train. If George didn't get on the uptown train, then maybe... Could he have gotten on the downtown train by mistake? Because I never explained that there were 2 trains. That must be it. Oh, hang tight, George. I'm coming. What? George, hold on. Stay on the train and go to the zoo.
Due to mechanical difficulties, there will be a 1-hour delay on the uptown line.
1 hour? Oh, that's it. Subway's out. Running's in. See you, Reginald. Cheerio!
George loved riding on the subway, but he also couldn't wait to see a dragon? Not only did George see a dragon on his way to the zoo, he also saw an Italian opera singer, some Russian dancers, and a Swiss yodeler. Finally, George had arrived at the zoo.
Oh, no. George! You made it, George! All by yourself. And faster than I did. Now, let's hurry and get over to the zoo because I think they...
Close at 4 p.m. Sorry.
Oh, but it took us all day to get here, and we really wanted to see the Komodo dragon. Isn't there anything you can do?
Well, nothing wrong with a monkey in a zoo, I suppose.
Thank you.
So why did it take you all day to get here?
It's a long story.
Ah, well, little advice. Next time, take the subway. It's faster.
George was really hungry, but his order only had a measly 1 on it. Then he remembered what the man with the yellow hat had told him about zeros.
George, Chalky, good to see ya. Oh, is that an order for your friend with the yellow hat? 100 dozen? Oh, our biggest order ever! Oh, he must be having a giant donut party.
George realized what his zeros had done. But try explaining that to a dog.
Okay, now, where did I leave that piece of paper? I misread the order. It's 1,000 dozen. Oh, this is the biggest day in the entire history of donuts. We'll have to have more donuts flown in from other towns. Let's see, there's 5 dozen, 10 dozen, 15 dozen. My mistake. It's 100.
This was still more donuts than one little monkey could ever eat. Or maybe not.
99. Oh, 100. Oh, you can't carry it all. Kids, we have a delivery! Ooh.
George could only think of one solution to a problem this big. So, George headed home with 1 dozen donuts, and everything was perfect.
Wait! I don't have your address! He must be late.
Doorman. Wow, those smell so good. I'm sorry I didn't ask you to buy more than 1 dozen. You look hungry, George. I'll make eggs, then it's donut time. It's a little dark in here. I'll open some curtains. So, anything exciting happened today, George? I passed by the D family. They look pretty happy. Did you put that donut there? Oh, what a waste of food. Now we only have 11 to eat.
Here's the... Say, where'd they all go?
What?
The 100 dozen donuts.
100 We have 1 dozen donuts. Look.
Well, Miss Donuts asked me to give you the bill.
Wow, what a mistake. How could they think you bought 100 dozen What? Well, at least I know you were paying attention. We've got to put these donuts in bags or something. Oh, what are we gonna do with them all?
So, in the end, George got 1 dozen donuts, like he was supposed to. And the hard-working firefighters thought everything was perfect.
How many left, George?
George couldn't live in a tree and stay dry like he could in the house. Unless he had a tree house. The next morning, George got to work. He picked the perfect branch. He chose his material, cardboard, from the refrigerator box. He definitely needed something less bendy.
You like the new hen house I'm building?
Of course, George needed a plan.
Nice.
Armed with his handy monkey tool set, George was ready to build. So that's what the goggles were for. This wall needed something to hold it up while he nailed it down. Just one wall to go. But George was out of nails, and the only wood left was the piece he couldn't lift. Luckily, Mrs. Rankins told him he could have any wood he wanted. Mr. Quint wasn't home, but George had seen him get nails this way. George figured a treehouse didn't need a wood roof, especially since he was out of wood.
How do you like your new...
All fixed and solid as a roll.
Maybe you should have used nails.
Oh, I'm dying to know what you've been up to. Can I look yet? What is it? Is it a house? I mean, it's a house. You built your own treehouse. Wow! I am very impressed. Say, where did you get all the wood and nails
George! Did you take my chicken's wall?
George, did you take nails from my dock? Because, look, I'm wet.
Oh, I'm sure it was a mistake. He'll give everything back. George?
Before he'd had a chance to make even one house rule, George had to take his treehouse apart.
Wait, I said you could have any nails you wanted. I could have been more specific.
Then I can make a new wall. That one looks like it belongs there.
Now George had a place where he made the rules. Rule number 1, you have to draw on the walls. And rule number 2, always butter your corn with your feet.
Oh, this isn't easy. House rules. I know. Okay.
Now George realized he had to get the feeder far from the tree trunk so Jumpy couldn't jump to it. No squirrel could jump from the tree trunk all the way over here. Problem solved. Dropping straight down seemed dangerous. Then Jumpy discovered he had another choice. George wanted to stay here and watch happy birds eat. Jumpy was at home in trees, so George needed to move the feeder away from trees. But where? There was only one way to stop this squirrel. George stood guard, making sure the birds got their food. This worked. He didn't move from that spot till the feeder was empty. No squirrel could eat this much. What was he doing with it all? Jumpy wasn't eating the food. But why was he bringing it here? That's the bowl Bill always filled with squirrel food. Of course. Bill wasn't around to fill it, so Jumpy was doing it. So George brought over plenty of food, and Jumpy left the bird feeder alone. There had to be plenty of food, because Jumpy wasn't the only one dining. Even with no bunnies to feed, it turned out to be a pretty nice weekend in the country. Though this food was definitely for the birds. Right outside, it was the best game of Cat Tries to Catch a Plane ever. Until... This wasn't here before. It must be what they made from those bones. Gnocchi wanted that plane. George wanted to help Gnocchi get down, but he couldn't reach her.
Just because it came apart doesn't mean it's ruined, George.
But maybe it mattered which bone went where.
All right, let's see my skeleton.
But we just ordered dessert.
Dessert? Of course, this memory of mine. But I'm anxious to know how you've handled my precious bones.
George's skeleton didn't look as good as that other one, even though they looked almost the same before. If they looked the same, he could figure out where the bones belonged by using the other one as a guide.
So, am I forgetting anything? Or is it now time to see how you've taken care of my baby?
It's time. Oh, I'm nervous.
You have nothing to be nervous about whatsoever.
George had one side of the skeleton finished when he noticed both sides looked the same, except opposite. He could finish by matching the remaining bones to what he'd already done. Gnocchi wished this bone game would end so they could play something cats were good at.
I'll admit I'm worried. No one else but I has ever handled those bones before today.
Only our best people have been involved.
Oh, boy. Your best people are a monkey and a cat?
George!
Well, this isn't the skull we put on it. It seems George was switching them. I don't know why.
I do. The monkey's right.
The monkey's right?
That old skull never looked right. I think George has correctly matched the cranial structure. Now I wish I'd loaned this out years ago. I want George to check all my future work.
And that went on record as the first scientific discovery made by a monkey. Assisted by a cat from an Italian restaurant.